Hot sauces have had something of a renaissance in the 2010s. Hot-headed hipsters and aggressive artisans have found ways to craft hotter-than-hell sauces, arguably engineered as weapons, rather than flavorful additions to foodstuff. I'm Joe Hotter, lover of food and hot sauces, and today I'm not interested in seeing how far the piping hot rabbit hole goes. I want to know which of the sauces produced for the masses brings the most flavor to breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Food with Joe.
We got Texas Pete, Sriracha, Tabasco, Frank's Red Hot, Original, Tapatio, Cholula, Crystal. Last but not least, Louisiana. The rules. Today we'll rate each sauce out of 5 points per person for a total of 10 points per round. We'll assess our winner by adding up our points and declaring our sauce boss. Before we begin this journey, let's introduce my co-host, Nestor.
Hey, Joseph.
Welcome.
What's up, man?
Hey Nestor, how you doing?
Good.
Our predictions.
Which one's your favorite out of all of them right now?
Cholula, it's really good on Mexican food, obviously.
I could tell that Cholula was your favorite only because it's like 3/4 of a way done. I think my favorite is Tapatio, only because it's such a nostalgic food for me. I put it on like my eggs in the morning, my rice, my ramen. It's definitely a staple in like Hispanic households for sure.
Dab test. All right, let's start with Texas Pete. Pretty good. I've eaten literally nothing. That's the first food stuff I've put in my mouth.
It kind of tastes sweet to me.
I think I'm just gonna start at the even playing field and I'll give it a 3.
I'll give it a 2.5.
Moving on to the Sriracha. Oh yeah. Immediately get that heat. It's flavorful. I'm gonna hop out the gate and just give it a 5.
So is it more of a nostalgia thing for you?
I just think when I think hot sauce, I want something hot, and this
Yeah.
totally delivers.
The heat really sneaks up on you sometimes. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Moving on to Cholula.
I don't know if that's a lady or a guy on the bottle.
I am a big fan of that also. It tastes like they use a wider variety of peppers.
It doesn't do much for me, honestly.
Oh no?
No, it's just all I taste is vinegar.
I'm gonna give it a 4. Go
Yeah.
with your heart.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Moving on to crystals. They're like that. Yeah,
That's really good. Yeah, it's tangy. What'd you score it?
3.5.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5 as well.
Moving on to Tabasco.
Oh damn, that's actually pretty spicy. I think it's better than Cholula.
Yeah, the heat's definitely there. I think for that, I'm gonna give it a 3.
I'll give it a 2.5.
Moving on to Frank's. You know, it's a little tangy, it's a little sweet, it's a little spicy. Gonna give it a 3.
That was good, but it didn't like explode in my mouth. I'll give it a 2. I like Texas Pete better for sure.
Moving on to Tapatio. So that's really good.
That's spicy.
It's got a nice kick, it's got a really nice flavor. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Moving on. Louisiana. I'm pretty into that.
Yeah, me too.
Nice and tangy.
That's freaking good. I'm surprised.
I'm gonna give that a 4 as well.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Breakfast burrito. We're gonna start with Texas Pete and put a pretty generous dab. All right.
Ready to dig
Cheers.
in? Cheers.
Wow, this burrito is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting much of that hot sauce.
Me either.
I'm gonna put a pretty generous dab here.
Yeah, I think it's too mild. Not even mild. Like, I don't take.
I got it there a bit.
It's not there for me. No.
I have to put a lot of it on there.
Like, egg is so bland. How am I not? Like, I really didn't get anything.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to give this a 2.
2 as well.
Let's move on to Sriracha.
Yeah. This everything.
Immediately more noticeable than the Texas Pete. A nice heat coming through.
a lot more flavorful than Pete's for sure. It pairs really good with the egg.
I'm gonna start it at a 3.5.
I'll give it a 3.
Cholula time, boys. All right, buddy.
All right, cheers.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's good.
Actually, I'm not mad at that.
That is tasty. It's like if you got a breakfast burrito and they forgot to add the salsa. It's like, it's cool. I'll just put Cholula on it.
It's not too spicy, but it definitely has like a tangy kick to it.
Right out the bat, this is a 4.
I'm quite happy with that.
What's your score?
I'll give it a 4.
Nestor, I have to tell you something.
What?
I've thought about it, and I'm retroactively changing my grade for Cholula on the breakfast burrito to a 4.5. I think it was that good. That is now canon. Let us move on to Crystal. Crystal on a breakfast burrito? I don't know. But what do I know? And that's why we're doing this.
We know nothing.
All right, here we go.
There you go. Begin.
Not bad.
Very similar to Cholula.
You know, maybe a little overpowering at first because of all the vinegar, but the tanginess is great. I'll just kind of go down the middle and give it a 3.
I'll give it a 3.
Let's move on to the Tabasco. All right, here we go.
It's a lot spicier than Cholula, which I'm a spicy boy, so it's sitting well with me.
I think a lot of these sauces, you know, you put it on and then it kind of fizzles away as you eat. Then you start tasting just your egg, your cheese, and your steak. In this one, it kind of permeates throughout the whole bite. And I think that deserves a lot of credit.
I totally agree with that. It like coats your tongue.
I think for that, I gotta give it a 4.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Let's move on to Frank's. Here we go.
Cool. It's a little too salty.
I think I might agree with that.
I think Crystal's is better than this.
I think you're right. I think if I wanted to pull tanginess out of my breakfast burrito, I'd just throw some crystals on.
I'll give it a 1.
I think I'm gonna have to go 2. Time for Tapatio. All right, here we go. Much like the Tabasco, that bite, the sauce really permeates with the whole bite. That's very good. What is the score?
This is hard.
This is hard because I don't think it's as good as Tabasco. I think I just have to go an even 3.
I'm gonna go with a 2.5.
For the last sauce, we have Louisiana. All right, here we go.
Let's bite in. It has a weird aftertaste.
Yeah, it is really salty. I don't know if I'd throw this on a breakfast burrito. I think I'm gonna go 1.5.
Yeah, it didn't do much for me. I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
Fried chicken. Starting the Franks. Let's begin. Solid.
It's actually really good. I don't know if the sauce is making the chicken pop more or it's just really good chicken. Again, Frank's hot sauce is like there for a second and it's just like gone. I'll give it a 2 for the chicken wing.
I strongly disagree. I think this is a strong 4. Cholula.
It's better than Frank's.
It's got more of a kick than Frank's for sure. It's not maybe terribly flavorful on the chicken, but it does at least give it a nice spice.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
I think I'm gonna give it a 4. Louisiana hot sauce. Now, this chicken is from Popeyes, and Louisiana hot sauce is what they give you in those cute little packets that you get when you're leaving with your chicken or when it comes to your door from delivery.
Let's try it out.
Yeah.
I'm picky.
Oh yeah. Here's using this sauce how it was manufactured, designed, engineered by food scientists
Yeah, that's
who
actually
are like
pretty good.
hella smart.
That's actually really good.
That's a 5, my dude.
4.5 for me.
4.5. Next up is sriracha.
Let's
All
do
right,
this.
let's do this.
The heat is there.
The heat is there, but other than that, what's it doing for you?
I think it's overpowering the chicken.
You know, I would just eat the chicken straight up. I'm actually gonna go with a 1.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1.5 as well.
Yeah.
Are you excited for this one, Joe?
I am excited. Tabasco's somewhat of an underdog right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take my bite.
Kind of the same thing with the sriracha.
Yeah, just a little.
Overpowering.
Yeah, a little bit too much of the.
Vinegar.
Not bad. Better than the sriracha on it, I would say. I think I'm gonna go 3 here.
There's not much there for me. I'm gonna have to give it a 1. These are pretty big chicken pieces.
Large chicken pieces. We want to give Texas Pete the chance it deserves. All right, Pete.
Just gonna take a bite.
Pete's best showing by far. It's not as good as Louisiana.
It's very bland. I'm like trying to pick up on like the sauce. All I taste is chicken so far.
No?
No. Pete really does nothing for me.
I think it's at least a little better than Tabasco.
Yeah.
I'll go 3.5.
I'll give it a 0.5.
0.5?
Tabasco at least like had character.
Character?
Yeah.
Tapatio time.
I don't know.
I'll say this. I get the tapatio. I get the fried chicken. They might not marry very well, but one isn't overtaking the other. I think a pretty decent showing. I think I'm gonna go 3.5.
I'm gonna go 2.5.
Last but not least, let's try out crystals. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Look at that chicken.
That's close to what's that one called again?
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Not as tangy, not as vinegary.
No. It just makes the chicken pop more.
It's not his own thing, trying to take the show like sriracha.
I think I'm close to becoming a hot sauce connoisseur.
But now it's time for the scores. I'm gonna go 4.
I'm gonna go 4 as well.
Pizza. We're starting with Tapatio. Let's go right for it. The Tapatio actually, isn't too bad here. It just adds a little bit of heat, and that's making it a little better.
I agree. It's a heat factor at this point.
I'll go down the middle. I'll say 3.
Yeah, me too.
Moving on with our pizzas, we got some Franks.
Not a fan of this one.
All right.
Oh, dude, that's so bad.
It's not as good as the Tapatio. I'm gonna go 2. It wasn't good.
Okay, what was the texture for you? It felt like
Mostly syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
mostly
felt like
syrup.
this weird coat on the top of my mouth, like
What do you score on it?
0. That was
Whoa!
terrible. Dude, I never barf. I
Go on.
nearly barfed. That was
Wow.
so bad.
Up next, we have Tabasco. How you doing after that, Franks?
A lot better.
Yay! Let's eat some more pizza
Over it.
with some hot sauce.
Yeah, boy. Cheers.
Here we go.
Dig in.
Totally fine.
Really kicks.
The pepperiness does have a nice little flavor.
Yeah,
Especially if you got a plain cheese pizza
Yeah.
like we do.
it's actually quite enjoyable. 2.5.
2.5. That's still not great.
Eh, it wasn't that good. It was like enjoyable, but it wasn't like, wow.
I'm gonna go higher. I'm gonna go 3.5.
What's up next, Joseph?
Well, Nestor, next up we have Crystal. More pizza.
That's actually really good.
It's a little weird for me.
I like it a lot.
I mean, how high does it go?
I'll give it a 3.5.
Pretty decent score. I'm not as impressed. I think I'd rather just go back to that Tabasco right now. I think I'll go 2.5. Next up, we have Cholula on our pizza. All right.
That's really good.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
What are you gonna give it?
I think it's the best one for pizza right now. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm going to give this a 4 as well. Finally, we have sriracha on pizza. I'm pretty stoked. Five. Easy.
Yeah,
It's so good on pizza.
that's really good. I'll give it a 4.
Up next, we have Texas Pete.
It doesn't even pour good.
You got Pour Good Pete. Come on.
Figure it out.
Pour Good Pete. That's your new name.
It's alright.
It's alright. It's better on pizza than it was fried chicken.
It's better than chicken, so I'll give it like a 2. It's just not very flavorful.
I'll give it a 3.5. It's better than the fried chicken. They're the same score, I know, but it's not a 4. Last up, we have Louisiana. Let's see what our final showing will be. I'm gonna take my bite.
Yeah, go for it. Get out of here. That bangs on pizza.
It's good.
It's a
It's
little
better
too
than the
salty.
crystals.
No, I don't know. I like crystals more. I'll give Louisiana a 3.
I'll also give Louisiana a 3. Our winner. What are you scoring it?
0.
Wow, this burrito is actually really good.
4.5 for me.
4.5. 5. Easy.
Oh, dude, that's so bad.
All right, people, let's give it up for our sauce boss, Cholula. Cholula, you inspired me. You inspired all these people watching that a hot sauce can really be whatever you make it. It can alter flavors. It can enhance flavors. It can reinterpret what a food might mean to you. And for that, you are truly our sauce boss. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. Please follow us on our socials. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care.